Hello, this is Aaron Sorm, and you're listening to The Title of Champs. Throughout the next 8 weeks, join me in exploring the MCU's and DC's greatest heroes to determine who gets the title of champs. Scoring the title comes with a variety of sources, from a survey that I created, and a rigorous scoring system to score in certain categories: character development, personality and traits, impact on story, skills and abilities, population and cultural impact, aesthetic appeal and symbolism. Those scores will play a small role in, the title. Held in informal debate settings, the title of champs will look at the positive and negative attributes of the week's characters. And, by the end, name only one champion. War Machine, also known as Colonel James Rhodes, is a Colonel-made superhero in a suit of Tony's with weapons from Justin Hammer, another rich guy who tried to make a suit better than Tony's. In Iron Man 3, they turned him into the Iron Patriot to be a symbol of America. But after that movie in Infinity War and Endgame, he returned to his old color scheme in a new upgraded suit. The War Machine has the properties of Iron Man, still, but is more bulkier and heavy, with the flying capabilities of Iron Man, but is armed with a machine gun on its shoulder, firing gauntlets, flamethrowers, rocket launchers, repulsor beams, tasers, and so many more guns. He is featured in 5 MCU films: Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, Avengers Age of Ultron, Avengers Civil War, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame. We don't see a lot of him in the MCU. The design of it is a specialty version of Iron Man losing some of its mobility in return for more durability and defense. The suit is made mostly titanium, but laced with enough vibranium to make it basically heat-proof and very durable. Before becoming a colonel, he was a flyer for the U.S. Air Force, and he's good with maneuvering mid-air. The Marvel comic character War Machine first appeared in Iron Man 118 in 1979 as a supporting character to Iron Man. He became a superhero in Iron Man 169 in 1983, wearing the Iron Man armor. James Logan Howlett, Weapon X, or popularly called Wolverine, is a mutant with animal keen senses, enhanced physical capabilities, a powerful regenerative ability known as the healing factor, which can heal at fast rates, significantly delays aging and gives him a prolonged life, makes him immune to most if not all human diseases and poisons. His skeleton is reinforced with an unbreakable fictional metal called adamantium, and with 3 retractable claws in each hand. In addition to the X-Men, Wolverine has been depicted as a member of the X-Force, the Fantastic Four, and the Avengers. The common depiction of Wolverine is he is portrayed once as a gruff loner, susceptible to animalistic berserker rages, despite his best efforts, while simultaneously being a knowledgeable polygist, strategist, and martial artist. Partially due to his extended lifespan and expansive lived experiences, he has been featured in comic books, films, animation, and video games. Wolverine is typical of many tough anti-heroes that emerged from American popular culture after the Vietnam War. His willingness to use deadly force and his brooding loner nature became standard characteristics for comic book anti-heroes by the end of the 1980s. As a result, the character became a fan favorite and increasingly popular X-Men franchise, and has been featured in his solo Wolverine comic book series since 1988. Wolverine has appeared in most X-Men media adaptations, including animated television series, video games, and films. In live action, Hugh Jackman portrays the character across 10 installments of the X-Men film series produced by 20th Century Fox between 2000 and 2017, and reprised the role in the MCU's film Deadpool and Wolverine. In the first portion of our podcast, let's take a look on what our listeners had to say about our superhero matchup. War Machine got 15.4%, and Wolverine got 84.6%. It seems like there's no contest here. We would love to continue hearing from you. Polls for the next 6 weeks' matches will continue to count. Click the link below to voice your opinion for the next podcasts. Here's what the scoring had to say. In character development, we see War Machine has a score of 7 out of 20, and Wolverine with 15 out of 20. War Machine has very little character development because we don't see much of him throughout the series. Being an ex-Army pilot for the United States military, we know that James Rhodes was an all-around decent guy with patriotism. But there really is nowhere to go. Wolverine shares a massive arc throughout the movies we see him in. He goes through surely anti-hero to X-Men, to sacrifice for the greater good. In the category of personality, War Machine gets 13 out of 20, and Wolverine gets 16 out of 20. Wolverine, with Rhodey being a caring guy, an especially good friend of Tony Stark, he does have some good attributes in personality. Wolverine has a large amount of time to work on personality that shows little progress. Logan surely holds grudges. He doesn't like to be around people and is generally not a team player. However, by the end of his arc, audiences see a change in heart. Wolverine can meet an ending deemed worthy of a superhero when sacrificing himself for Weapon X to stop Dr. Cornelius. He was recently brought back for the new Deadpool movie, but we'll throw that out to avoid spoilers. As the plot, the scores of the two superheroes are as follows: 8 out of 20 for War Machine and 15 out of 20 for Wolverine. War Machine doesn't really have much of a plot, except for Iron Man 2 and 3, serving some part of the plot for the second movie. But for the third movie, he does have a lot in the plot, with being the Iron Patriot, and serving that whole part of the movie. Wolverine's edge-of-your-seat, plot-driven movies keep audiences coming back for more. And when Hugh Jackman decided to continue reprising his role sequel after sequel, you are rooting for this anti-hero when he is down and out. Teams up with the many, many well-known characters brought in through the franchise, or crying as he is encased in adamantium. Turning our attention to special skills and abilities, it is obvious that Wolverine has a higher score of 15 out of 20 when War Machine scores only 9 out of 20. War Machine has only one special skill, and that is being awarded by the suit, minus the billionaire and intelligent status of Tony Stark, weaponry, flying, statistics, and planes of attack. However, without the suit, War Machine is like any ex-Army pilot. The suit is not even afford the need to an AI like Jarvis. Wolverine, on the other hand, has one of the most unique powers, though it is shared by his newest co-star, Deadpool, that of regeneration. He is extremely difficult to kill. He has undergone surgery to transform his nearly indestructible body, coated all of his human bones with fictional metal adamantium. This metal has also coated his bone claws, which he can use to tear his enemies to shreds. Aesthetic appeal and design of the character were no competition. 3 out of 10 for War Machine and 9 out of 10 for Wolverine. War Machine does not have much going for him. A pairing with his notorious Iron Man, as his suit is likely to suggest, the two are very similar, including a glowing middle, which is red instead of a white, which powers the suit. He is often outfitted in all black, while another variant of his, the Iron Patriot suit, is red, white, and blue to symbolize America. As to Wolverine in most movies, he simply appears as himself, no suit, no extras. His iconic yellow and blue suit does not even come into the MCU until the newest installment, being Deadpool and Wolverine. But before then, it was just normal clothes for him. Lastly, I look towards the cultural impact made by our two superheroes. Wolverine, the more widespread of the two, has an impact score of 7 out of 10. Wolverine Only the original movies, both will be counted to keep balance in the scoring system. Earned a worldwide gross of $414 million worldwide and scored 38% on Rotten Tomatoes. It was nominated for 11 awards with 2 wins, taking home a Golden Shimon for its movie poster, an ASCAP award. War Machine, on the other hand, scored a 5 out of 10. Iron Man 2, where War Machine is first revealed, grossed over $623.9 million worldwide and scored 71 on Rotten Tomatoes. Keeping in mind that this movie also featured Iron Man, it was nominated for 46 awards with 7 wins. Most notably, the ASCAP Hollywood Choice and People's Choice for Favorite Action Film. There was a wider impact from Wolverine, especially in light of Hugh Jackman's role in the new Deadpool movie, Deadpool with Wolverine. More kids will play Wolverine this Halloween than War Machine, not aided by the fact that the new Deadpool vs. Wolverine movie that arrived this year. If you were counting, our total currently stand at War Machine, 45 out of 100, and Wolverine at 77 out of 100, which currently puts Wolverine in the lead. In preparation for the showdown, I did some research and it didn't even come close. Wolverine's durability outmatches the power of War Machine. He survived a nuke and still survived, but with War Machine, being able to fly makes it difficult to hit him. But he can't do enough damage to outdo Logan's healing factor. It's impossible, and with his adamantium claws, he can cut through anything, including vibranium. Rhodey's suit stands no chance against his claws, and unlike last episode, which was a similar circumstance, Wolverine has the durability to outlast his attacks. Thank you for your time and contributing in voting. Check out the link in the description to vote for next week's matchup, Deadpool vs. Hulk. Check out our other Canton podcast, Hawk Talk, for the latest in Canton news, also linked below. This is Aaron, signing off.